got a restraining order, which is it's called a high court injunction, and put it against me. And I actually breached it once, accidentally. I was climbing a crane in Brighton, and because it's near the sea, it's quite it was like winter, like quite early, so there was a lot of water vapor in the air, especially as you go higher up as well. So we were like climbing this crane, we were like halfway up this crane arm, and it just started getting really moist, like the metal. And you know that sound when you put like your shoes on metal and it's like like, proper screeches. It was like three of us, and all you could hear is constantly just like just yeah, it wasn't nice.
What, of your foot slipping off it?
Just a bit of slip, like a bit of slipping, and just like yeah, we had to be really fucking concentrated in that situation. But like you just learn from that stuff. So I wouldn't do that again, because it's like
what part of that wouldn't you do?
I wouldn't climb when it's going to be wet on a crane, because it's not a good idea. Cool.
Yeah, like climbing the crane is fine, but it's just if there's a bit of vapor in the air, like that's what baffles me, the fact that you'll go and do that again.
Well, I suppose you're getting the same video out of it, whether it's wet or not. So why wouldn't you take the safer option?
Yeah, I guess so. You've climbed, because you don't, when you do this, you don't wear a harness or anything, do you?
Nah.
So you've climbed like one Canada Square, like you've climbed the Sidemen Tower.
Yeah, I did the Sidemen Tower. That was sick.
It's just mad that you're so gassed about it.
I just have a really weird thing in my head of him like climbing the tower and just like looking in the window and be like, hi. Bro, carry on.
Yeah, after Harry messaged me and was like, you should have told me, because I would have tried to like come and wave through the window, but I think I was on the other side anyway, so I wouldn't have seen him. But
do you do that from the bottom up?
Yeah, so that one was it's not you're not literally climbing on the building itself. The reason I did that one is because it was under construction at that moment, and it had like it's like an elevator shaft that goes up the side.
Yeah.
For there's like elevators that go up and they do maintenance on the building. So it had this shaft, which is basically like a massive ladder almost. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use that as an opportunity to safely be able to climb this building. Well, more safe.
So what he's actually saying, he just climbed a ladder.
Yeah,
I could do that.
Yeah, mate, you can't even walk off a curb. So I don't know about that.
But yeah, it's basically just like almost a ladder kind of thing, which they put there. But then it goes up like 42 floors, so you just got to take your time with it and be slow and calm and relaxed and do your thing, really.
Do your palms get sweaty the higher you go?
Nah, my palms fully don't.
Really?
I've never had sweaty palms.
I literally got sweaty palms. Just
I really want to make an Eminem joke with both of your hair right now.
Oh yeah, stands up.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you know, all these like these documentaries. I think there was one on Channel 4 a few years ago where they kind of like focus.
Spider-Man, the French.
No, that's a movie.
No, there's a French.
There's a French Spider-Man. Alain something, I forgot his last name, but he literally climbs buildings on the outside, like,
with sucker cups, innit?
Yeah, or even just like,
with
just rock climbing shoes and a chalk bag, and he like uses the actual buildings to climb up. He did Heron Tower in Liverpool Street recently.
Didn't he get kicked off doing the Shard the other day? Alain Robert, is it?
Yeah, is it Alain Robert?
Yeah. Robert,
yeah. Well, my other friend actually climbed the Shard free solo.
What?
Yeah, so he his name's George King. He literally climbed the Shard on the outside just with chalk bag and climbing shoes. And he went to prison for 3 months for it. Well,
really?
He got sentenced to 6 and he done 3 months, I think. Yeah, and he got out like last year, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, it's mad, bro. He done a mad thing.
Would you do that? Would you?
I'm banned from the Shard. I've got it's called a high court injunction. So basically, it's a mad thing. The head of security at the Shard was so scared that I was going to try and climb it that they went to the high courts and got basically a restraining order that says I just can't go on their land at all, and if I do, then I'm in contempt of court.
What? So they saw your YouTube channel,
yeah,
and they saw you doing other buildings,
yeah. Literally.
So you didn't. It's not like you were just sort of like a robber, just like sneaking around the shop.
it.
Yeah.
Nah, man, it's literally. So one day, my mum just got a knock on the door, and it was a person serving me with like injunction papers, and it was a file like this big of just papers, and every single one was just evidence of why I would potentially try and climb the shard. So every single YouTube comment of someone saying climb the shard, climb the shard, climb the shard, all my tweets saying something, even from the True Geordie podcast, when he said, what's your dream climb? And I said, the shard, they got a clip of that, put that in it. And with all that evidence, they then went to the High Courts, got a restraining order, which is it's called a High Court injunction, and put it against me. And I actually breached it once, accidentally. And they tried to take me to prison.
How did they know? How do they know? They can't.
Mate.
They can't just be like a guy that's just constantly looking out for you. There is
genuinely. So basically, to give a bit of backstory, before this as well, I was getting messages and DMs from people who worked in like London skyscrapers and have been in the security offices, and they'd have a poster of me and all the high-profile rooftoppers, and apparently that was in like every single skyscraper around London. So it'd be a picture of me and all my friends, like in the.
Maybe they're just fans.
It's nice. I'm posted all up around fucking offices. But yeah, it was just like, so I was already known kind of in the city around the security just for just generally infiltrating places. And then, so I was filming a shoot with a shoe company, and we were going up I don't know if you know the shard, but there's escalators that go like underneath it.
Right.
Like just next to it, just up to the station. So I went up these escalators, and these escalators happen to be within the land which I'm breached from, which I'm not allowed to go in. And I was also filming a video, like a shoot. So I was wearing these shoes, like jumping around and stuff, not doing anything crazy, just on the floor, literally just on the floor with a guy with a camera. And then that night I got an email from the head of security saying that we've seen you on CCTV, you've breached your injunction, we saw you filming the intro to your video to climb the shard.
Oh my God.
With this guy. We're taking court proceedings and we're going to take you to prison and seize all your assets, basically, which is what the injunction does. So if you do break it, they can take you to prison and seize your assets. That's what the injunction is.
So they can just rob you.
Basically just ruin your whole life, like completely ruin your entire life.
Wow. So
that happened. I got the email. Instantly, I called up the head of security myself, and I said to him, look, I'm a 19-year-old kid. I was not trying to climb your building. I was filming a shoot, just trying to earn some money. I'm fucking sorry. Like, I literally, like, almost in tears, kind of, like, saying to him, like, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do this, all this stuff. It was not my intentions. I apologize profusely. And then he said, okay, look, put it in writing and send it as an email to us. Put it all in writing, sent the email. And then I got an email back saying, we don't feel that your apology was sincere. What? And we're still going to go ahead with the proceedings. So after that, I was like, no, fuck this. This is mental. I have to write like the best email I've ever written in my life. So in their email, they put all the points why they didn't think my apology was sincere and why they thought it was bullshit, basically. I went through every single point and writ like a page on why why I was being sincere and why I was legit. Spent like 5 hours writing the most well-written email I've ever written in my life, trying to save my life, basically. And then I sent it, and then the next day I got an email saying, okay, we believe you.
It's like you're getting graded by an English teacher.
Mate, it's mental. Like, it's fucked. Imagine being taken to prison and having all your assets seized for going up an escalator. Like, it's insane. It's crazy.